This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Orr. Well, today, had to run to the circle, pick up some dog food and other things, some errands. Right here, locally, at the Yetton Farms, there's often crows. Some numbers of crows are here much of the time. I thought I'd stop today and talk a little bit about crows. Well, that's about crows. I've always kind of fascinated by crows. And we have ravens here in town, too. They came in about 30 years ago. So they were a northern animal, but came south. And we have ravens. And my neighbor right down the road here in town had a raven nest for close to 2 decades at least. Don't know if it's still there or not. I haven't been paying attention. And he moved, so... Crows. Well, crows, you old crow, they can live to be in captivity up to 30 years old, apparently. But in the wild, if one gets to 7 or 8 years old, they're doing pretty good. Most birds don't live very long. And crows, they're intelligent, they're smart. They have, I guess they're comparable to a chimpanzee in intellect. So, smart birds. And they use tools. They can do lots of things, crows. Apparently the population is up nationwide to about 27 million is predicted, up over the last couple of decades. And who hasn't enjoyed a crow? They make so many different sounds. They do. If you pay attention, you can hear different sounds from crows at different times. They certainly recognize things. And there was a study at some university where they put a caveman mask on and apparently harassed the crows, and then found that they would move about and call angrily when someone was on campus and wore that mask. And I think they just stopped the study, and maybe a decade later, when probably all the crows that were involved with the study with the caveman mask had long since died, they put a mask on and walked out on the campus, and the crows reacted. So they had passed the knowledge on to generation about this scary caveman. So they can remember and pass that knowledge on to other crows. So nobody up in the trees there, but lots of traffic here all of a sudden. It was quiet, but then you get traffic now and then. It'll interrupt things, but the crows don't seem to be too bothered by it. We're surrounded by cornfields right here, but they're not in the corn today. They're right here on the lawn. God, busy time of day, I guess. Anyways, it's snowy. The ground was white this morning. We did have some snow. Ground was white, and it's pretty much gone now. Yeah, in the 40s. It was 42 degrees the last time I looked at the thermometer. Crows. Very, very interesting animals. If you have not learned about crows or taken some time to watch crows, you're missing out. These are very intelligent, very wise. I fed crows at my house for years. There used to be one of those bread stores where they sold several-day-old bread. You get a whole big bag of bread for $1. I did that for years and put it out for my crows. They would come every day. And I put out whole kernel corn as well for them. So I fed crows at my house for a long time, but the store went away a long time ago, and I don't have the crows anymore at my house like I did. Very interesting animal. If you haven't learned about crows or watched them, pay some attention to your neighbors, the crow. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orr for What's Wild in the